So I think since I was like a little kid, I've always been kind of running around the property with my neighbors with a camera. Just working them boots. Bet you know how to give one hell of a ride nose.
I do.
I imagine it's because it was, especially for someone who's young and discovering themselves, it's expression, right?
Yes.
It's like that. Truly, that's what it is. It's this freedom to express yourself.
Connor,
Are you going somewhere? Time for our session.
I can't stay after school anymore.
You never know. You can feel like, oh, this is the worst audition I've ever done, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden, boom, you could book right now.
Like on Broadway or?
Atlantic City. It's Broadway of Jersey.
Yeah. And that is the artist thing, is to live authentically in the moment and allow you the impulses of the character you're playing to determine your next move. And
Yeah. What's up, guys? We are back yet with another episode of the Breakthrough Podcast. If you guys haven't subscribed or haven't checked us out, if this is you guys' first time on the channel on our platforms, make sure to follow us, give us a like, whatever. This is Breakthrough, the podcast where we inspire people to take some actions, whether that's with their acting careers, with their financial careers, whatever. It's just about interviewing some people to get everyone to really there's take some actions. It's all about small little wins that that adds up to something more substantial over the long run. That's why it's called breakthrough, because sometimes we associate breakthrough to something very big in our career, but it doesn't have to be big. The small little wins are also breakthrough themselves. So thanks for tuning in, guys. But guys, without wasting any more time, we have someone very special today. He's actually leaving for Toronto tomorrow, so we were able to snuggle in this interview real quick before he leaves. Kaidan Connors, everybody. How's it
Thank
going,
you.
Kaidan? How's it going,
Yeah.
Kaidan? You going good, bro?
I'm doing well, yeah.
Amazing, man. It's so good to have you. So good to have you. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for bringing me in.
Of course,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Yeah, no, of course, my pleasure. So I believe this is your first time doing a podcast
It is.
ever. You've never been on one before. Not
Crazy.
online, not on Zoom, not in person, ever.
I'm thinking Zoom. No, I don't think I think this is my first one, so it's very exciting.
Yeah, no, it is. Sometimes I'm like talking to first timers. I'm like, what should I say? What should I do? Should I say
Yeah.
that? I'm like, it is a conversation.
Yeah.
So, like, it's filmed, but it is a conversation. It's just like pretend like we're having a normal conversation, like we would if we were not filming. So
Yeah.
that's literally what it is. All right, dude. So take us back to your acting debut and how you got started in acting. I did see, I think on Instagram, do you model as well? Do you do both? Okay. I mean, you also give me like model vibes, I'm not gonna lie.
I am not currently modeling.
Okay.
But I was modeling for
Okay.
years, kind of like leading
Right.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've really just been focusing on like film and TV and
Craft,
acting
yeah.
and
Nice.
my craft there.
So yeah, take us back in time a little bit, like how you got started in this. What were you doing before that?
Yeah.
Did you have a degree of some sort? Were you doing something else leading to this? Or you really maybe just dove right in? So just take us back in time to your debut a little bit.
Yeah. So I think since I was like a little kid, I've always been kind of running around the property with my neighbors with a camera. Classic, just like
Yeah.
camcorder, like filming and making
Yeah.
little movies that you do as a child.
I love
But so I feel like that was kind of always there. I've always loved, growing up, like watching movies with my family, and we'd have like Saturday night movie night, like was
Right.
kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's like a ritual.
Yeah, and then very quickly, like as a kid, I just realized I loved just acting and theater. And so,
Yeah.
in school, just growing up, did theater performance, and just I loved it. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's like it was pretty evident right
Yeah.
off the bat. I
love-
just
So
had a love.
was that in high school that you did like theater?
Yeah, so like grade school, even whatever that was at that time, maybe theater, I guess it was called. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like drama, I guess they
Yeah,
called
dramatic
it.
arts. Yeah.
Dramatic arts. And then in high school as well, I found so much joy in it. I imagine it's because it was, especially for someone who's young and discovering themselves, it's expression, right?
Yes.
It's like that. Truly, that's what it is. It's this freedom to express yourself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
It's
mean, I think I couldn't have said it better myself. It's just one of those few fields where you could pretty much say whatever the fuck you want and get away with it. Like,
100%.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
no one's gonna judge you. You know,
Yeah,
you're gonna play a serial killer on the TV show. Like, oh, it's just acting, but it looks
yeah,
so real. Yes,
yeah,
but it's acting.
yeah. But you said it right there, right? Like the whole point of it is that it is without judgment, right? It
Yeah.
is this thing that you have to hold very just
Hmm.
for what it is,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You're
Absolutely.
representing
Hmm.
truth for what it is, and
Yeah.
you just have to. Yeah. So anyway, so high school theater performance,
Yeah.
all that.
Nice.
And then I went to university for 2 years
Okay.
studying theater performance,
Okay. Nice.
double major theater performance, and
Did you go to? Is it Ryerson that they're known for that? Like, what are they? Which university are they?
no, so I went to a liberal arts university,
Liberal arts.
liberal arts university in Ancaster, Ontario. It was a
Gotcha. Okay,
private
it's called
private
liberal arts. Okay,
university.
got it. Got it. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was
Nice.
there for 2 years.
Sick.
And I was doing like philosophy and
All that bullshit.
psychology and stuff,
Yeah.
all of it.
I did it
And
too, bro. I remember it was
you
fucking all
know,
time.
yeah.
Yes, I did it. I did it.
And
Not in dramatic arts, but I did it in like some other program. Yeah.
yeah, and I kind of, I was enjoying a lot of it. I think like experiencing life and
Yeah.
the university experience, as you
Yeah.
know. But
Yeah.
then I was just like, yeah. So like I knew I always loved acting,
Mhm.
but I think at that time I had a lot of people in my life convincing me to not pursue it professionally or like
Oh,
in a way that was to
we're
make a
talking to
career or make money out of it. So I kind of was convinced
They were talking you out of it.
elsewhere. Yeah, literally.
Don't do
And
that.
even people close to me. But you know what? Like in hindsight, you gotta know that,
Yeah.
especially if there are people who care about you,
Mhm.
it's because they care about you,
Right.
right?
It's
And
not coming out of
unfortunately,
yeah.
it could be like a bad thing. It could be sad that they're able to
Mhm.
convince someone to not do truly what they want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you gotta remember that their intentions, I think, are
Yeah. They're noble. It's like it's
yeah,
coming from a good place. Like they're
yeah,
not trying to. They're trying to look out for you, and they're
yeah,
it's their. It's not that they want you to go in this career. It's just that they know how hard it is to actually make it. If you do make it, that's if you,
yeah,
yeah. It's not even a
100%.
guarantee that you actually do make it. You know. Yeah. So again, like it's coming from a good place. They're not trying to like discourage you or anything, but it's coming out of good intentions, as you said.
Yeah.
So I guess that you said, "Fuck off, everybody! I'm doing it." Like, is that what happened?
Yeah, basically. I was like, fuck this.
I
I
don't care what you guys say. I'm doing it. Like,
well, I dropped out of university after
okay,
2 years. I was like,
you've seen enough.
I'm done. Yeah, I was just, you know what it was? It was, I
Mm,
came to this point, I was developing who I was as a person.
mm,
God, I'm also gonna say, like, I
yeah,
feel like acting is just learnt through living life.
I agree.
It's not just like, you're gonna do your training, you're gonna
Mhm.
go to classes, you're gonna observe, you're gonna do, there's so much to like the
Yep.
craft that we do, but I
Yep.
think a lot of just making a good actor is
The amount of things that you go through.
just doing years of life on this planet. Yeah, just like doing
I
all the experiences. Like I have the university experiences right on my belts and my
Yep.
tool belt,
Yep.
like all these things to pull from.
Yep.
And it actually, that it's funny because that mentality really helped me when I was going through things in life that felt negative, or in one way it's easy to just like see it as like, oh, why did this happen to me or
Right.
whatever. All of a sudden now
Mhm.
that I was like, I'm an actor, I'm pursuing this, suddenly it became no, 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 no. This is something that you can now draw from
Right.
for your work, for
True.
your art, for your craft.
Absolutely.
And then all of a sudden it just takes, like that positive spin on it where you're just like, nothing is wasted,
Agree.
right? Nothing is wasted. All things are, especially when you're acting and you're approaching all these characters that you take on the responsibility of representing,
Mm.
that to not judge it. I think truly, like, as you go through life, okay, wait, I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna catch up to where I was, and then I'm
Sure.
gonna come back to what I'm just about to say.
I
But
love these break
basically,
points.
I went from there. I dropped out. I did a year of traveling. I went to Australia with
Yep.
my friend, and we just road tripped around, and that was just part of
Love
coming
it.
of age, just
Yeah.
being a person.
You got to shake off all that energy and all that stress.
Yeah.
University or whatever, like it has to go somewhere. It has to be dumped somewhere.
Yeah.
You know.
And then also like carrying that like energy of like, yeah, I'm a dropout, you know?
Yes.
Like,
I'm one of those. Like,
yeah, like and feeling like all of the feelings, like the shame, the knowing like, oh, my parents probably aren't proud, but also like,
so you did
you're
tell them
like,
that you dropped out,
whatever.
or you kind of
Oh,
just,
they knew. Yeah, they were fully aware. And
right.
like they're on board now. Like they're very happy and like really excited and
Okay.
for all my accomplishments and just me pursuing what I want to do. But
What did they
like
say when you told them like, hey, like we're done?
with university?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm trying to
They
remember.
must have not been happy. For
No,
sure.
it wasn't easy. Definitely wasn't easy. I think that, you know, I'm sure like my dad was like just kind of like, you know what, fine. He maybe thought it was like, okay, he's taking a year off and he's gonna go back and he's gonna finish university, right?
Right. It's like a little period. Like he's gonna come back to his senses in a
Yeah.
month or two, and you know.
Yeah. And then yeah, and I'm sure my mom made it easier, like, it's okay there, it'll be okay. He's
fine.
figuring
He's
his
just going
stuff
through the
out.
motions right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. It's just a phase, right?
Mm.
Yeah, and then after I did my travels, I was like, you know what? I definitely want to be an actor and I definitely want to pursue this.
Yeah.
And I knew it. I needed time to kind of, like you said, shake off that energy, dropping out.
Yeah.
Just also like finding myself, like
Mhm.
going a walkabout, if you will. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So, what made you realize in that Australia trip that you wanted to pursue this? Was there like an event or like a moment that happened that you're like, oh shit, like this, I'm meant for this?
God, oh
Is
my
there like a
God, there's
specific
so
thing,
much.
or was it
Yeah.
mainly just like the freedom of traveling and the freedom of like, was it like a bunch of things? Would you say?
You know, honestly, because we're getting there, I'll just like
Yeah.
I was raised quite religious.
Mm-hmm.
And so the school I went to was like a religious affiliated
Gotcha.
university.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just kind of on this journey myself of like my identity, what I believed in the
Right.
world about
Fair.
reality, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I went to Australia, I was also like kind of doing like a spiritual journey. My friend, you know, who went with me was also came from the same background. And so we kind of were both wrestling with our faiths.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like it was a very beautiful, fragile, and I don't know, it was this like it was this space where I was just like you kind of needed to go through that and then to come out on the other end and like cuz a lot of those things are things you wrestle with
Mm. Yeah.
because they're deep. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
they go really to your core.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously cuz it's like with religion or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But from that experience, I think I felt a lot of freedom and independence
Yeah.
traveling through Australia.
Something that you've not felt while you were at university. Or
Exactly.
maybe not to that extent, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes I found that the best times to really process things is when I leave an environment I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
And I go somewhere else.
I agree.
I don't know. That's just like my experience. So
Yeah.
leaving to go to Australia just almost gave me this like
Mm-hmm.
expansive freedom to be like,
Mhm.
okay, let's you know, let's actually look at this now
Mhm.
and see new things and be
Mhm.
exposed to new things and
Yeah.
then you just get inspired,
Yeah.
right, as you go
Yeah.
along and then you're like, wait, I have a new take and angle on this thing and now
Mhm.
I'm able to digest it in a way that I couldn't before
Agree.
because it's like how do you come to terms, especially change your mind on something
Mm-hmm.
if you just stay in the same environment that fostered it,
Yeah. I agree. No, you,
right?
because you're not exposed to like the other side. Like you can't possibly know what's the other option. You know
100%.
what I mean? So
100%. Yeah.
no, I think I couldn't agree more. I
Yeah.
think, I think the moral of the story, guys, is if you're at school, just drop out and leave.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Best thing I ever did. Drop it everything.
No. I mean, honestly, everyone is just you do what your heart tells you. If you feel like you're meant for like a
Totally.
university degree,
Totally.
then stay in school. But if you're not, but I mean, I think there's something. I mean, even myself, when I got into acting, I did graduate from university. I did like
Mhm.
an eng degree, so I did that, but I wasn't really happy.
Mm.
Just in that field, I was just waking up in the morning and I was going to work, and I was like, why am I doing this? Like, why? Like, why am I putting myself through this? I would go to work every day to my colleague ranting about his fucking the fight that he had with his wife last night. I'm like, couldn't care less. Like, you know, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, why am I doing it? Like, I'm like, fuck no, you know. So, anyways, yeah. So like, if there's like a sentiment or like a feeling where you're not happy, you're unfulfilled, there's
Mhm.
something missing, then yeah, I mean, you gotta push the brake. You gotta do something. You can't just
Yeah.
keep going through this phase where you're slowly cooking yourself. It's not gonna do you any good.
Totally. And to add to that, like it won't go away.
It won't.
You know what I
It
mean?
won't
Like
get better.
it won't. And
Yeah.
I've heard so many stories of people who try to
Yeah.
ignore or suppress or
Yeah.
whatever, like never deal with
Mhm.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it always comes back to you. So
Yeah.
it's like you, and the only thing that'll happen as you wait is
Mhm.
it'll just build resentment.
No, I agree.
And it's just toxic for you and everyone around you.
I agree.
really.
No, you're gonna have to face it sooner or later.
Yeah.
It's not. You can't
Yeah.
escape it. You can try to
100%.
dodge it, but at some point you're gonna have to get real, and
Yeah.
you have to be honest with yourself and be like, yo, like we got to do something here.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you did that in Toronto,
Yeah.
and then you said fuck university. We're going full on
Yeah.
acting.
Yeah.
So how did you go from there? Like, did you go back to acting school?
Yeah.
Did you start shopping for agents? Like, how did you maneuver?
Yeah, I had a lot of training in theater, and I will say theater, if you don't have training in theater as an actor,
Yeah.
go get training in theater
Yeah,
as an actor.
I agree. It's
I
the
think
best thing you could.
if it's not your basis, get it in that tool belt of yours, because it's like it's everything, truly. Like I
agree.
mean, when it comes to
Mhm.
the actor and embodiment and that whole experience. But I went back to school, but I knew,
Mhm.
as I said, like growing up as a kid running around with a camcorder making movies, film and TV. I love cinema. I love how films, everything from pre-production, development to production and post, everything. It's just how it's all made, all the elements. It's so incredible to me, truly.
Mhm.
And so I was like, okay, I'm going to go to a specialized program for acting for film and TV.
Mhm.
So I was looking at Toronto Film School, Vancouver Film School.
Right.
I went with Vancouver Film School for 2 reasons.
Mhm.
3 reasons.
3 reasons. Yeah.
One,
They always come in 3. Yeah.
always come in 3. One, just to be honest, the Toronto Film School had a mandatory 6-month theater kind of to start to their program, and then they went into the 1-year film and TV acting, and I was
6
like,
months trial, and then you get into the actual thing.
I guess trial. It was like specifically theater focused, and
Okay.
I knew that I was like, I have all that, and I was really eager to just get. I'm also just someone, I realized I do not do well in long-term schooling at all. I just don't.
Dude, I hate when they do that. Like they did this back to me back in engineering. I did have like a specialized technique that I did back in CJEP, which is basically college, as they call it here. We call it CJEP back in Quebec. And then when you go to engineering, it's usually like a 4-year. It's usually a 4-year program.
Yeah.
But they make you do like an extra year just so you can get all the math and all the physics and all that bullshit that you're supposed to have gotten when you were in college, which I already did.
Yeah.
And sometimes they wouldn't even credit it to you. They're like, yo, but you didn't do it with us. I'm like, math is math. Like physics is physics. It doesn't matter. Like it's just, yeah. But yeah, no, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, long-term schooling is not gonna. I mean, you don't technically need like school to become an actor. Like you obviously need to be training,
God.
and but
Yeah.
no one said that you need like a 6 months or like a 4 or 5 years theater program. or something.
And people have said that.
Yeah.
But like the thing is like there is no right answer. That's
There
what
is,
I've
yeah.
come to realize, is like it's different for everyone, and everyone's gonna say something different. And honestly, just to be straight up,
Yeah.
the longer I've been in this industry, the less I know. And I know they've said that with truly, because it's just
I
like,
think you would know as you as you go through shit. Yeah.
well, there is, yeah, and there's no standard. There's multiple standards. There's many. So it's like really, it's, I don't know, we're all just doing our best guess here, I guess.
I mean, there are some people who freaking went to Juilliard and then yes, they made it, and there
Yeah.
are some people who didn't go to theater school at all and they also made it. So I
Yeah.
guess like it's just yeah. But I mean, like I mean, listen, I guess we can put it this way: if you do theater school, if you keep training, it definitely can't hurt. You know,
Totally.
it definitely can't hurt. It can only like make you better.
Totally. I think I was just impatient.
Yeah, makes sense.
100%. I was like, I can't do
It's also that
a
light.
year and a half.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I would have done the same. I think like it's that sort of light within you that you had. Like, yo, like I need to get this now.
Yep.
I'm not sitting through like another
Yeah.
year of like school or whatever.
And I'm a very impatient person, and it just is what it is. You know, I work on it,
yeah.
but I was just like, yeah, I just wanted to get to it, you know?
Yeah.
And second reason,
Yeah. What is the second
oh
reason?
God, I just blanked. Wait, what is the second reason?
You-
Second reason,
Maybe you wanted to change or something.
Vancouver. Oh yeah, okay. So the scenery, obviously, like I
Right.
mean, are you kidding me? The mountains, the ocean, I love the outdoors. So for me, I was like, it was like a no brainer.
I agree.
And the third option is because another thing was like with the religious wrestling, I was coming to understand myself and my identity and my sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was on a journey of my own queer identity.
Okay.
So as you can imagine,
Mhm.
they clashed. Religion and
They don't go well together, do they?
they don't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
In some ways they do,
Mhm.
but and they should, but they don't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because of many reasons. I'm sure we could go into it, but
Yeah.
you know, to stay on topic here, like I felt like talking about changing your environment, right?
Yeah.
Not only did I not feel safe or
Mhm.
whatever, but it's like to go on that journey,
Mhm.
it was like I was like, yes, I need to leave. Like
Yes.
I needed to leave. I needed to go somewhere else
To figure that out.
to figure that out. And so where I could show up with no one knowing me,
Mm-hmm.
and I get to set that new reality of like, okay, who's Kaidan? Who's this guy?
Right.
What does he represent? You know, all these things. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's hard when you have whatever, friends, family, community,
Mm-hmm.
all these people who knew you, kind of just like putting the pressure on all angles, being like, but this is who you are. And you're just like, you know what? Maybe you don't know me yet, and neither do I at the time. Did I, right?
Yeah.
And I
How much
had
do I know
to,
by myself?
yeah.
You know?
I had to figure that out. So,
Yeah.
reason 2.
Yeah.
And then the third reason, wait, I already said 2 and 3.
Yeah. You said 3. So
I did say
VFS. You needed to change, and the
Yeah.
figuring out your
Yeah.
identity and all
apparently I'm also bad at math, maybe. but-
I mean, did that help? Did you figure out what you needed to figure out?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
that really open your eyes on the things that were you were questioning and all that? Like, did that make it clearer for you?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. It did. It was, you got to trust your gut.
Yeah.
You got to trust your instinct.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you also just come to realize like you can't undo anything.
No.
Like we're here now.
Yeah.
So all you have is this and moving forward, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to take what you've gone through and
Mm-hmm.
you know, use it.
Yeah.
Learn
No, I
from
agree. I mean, it's a very good quote. I mean, like if we just were to quote Einstein real quick.
Love it.
Just, you know, since we're on the topic of math, might as well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, like there's this thing.
What do you
that-
say?
where he says like, you know, nothing is lost, nothing is gained, everything is just transformed or something. There's something like that. And it makes sense, right? Like, I mean, when we extrapolate this into the real world, I guess, and we take the numbers out of it. So yeah, any experience you do, I guess it's gained, it's not lost, right? So it's just transformed, that something that you could use later on. So it's just, I guess that's the analogy I was trying to make. Maybe it was a bad one, but anyways, all I had to say. So
Well, and it goes back to what I was saying about the
yeah.
nothing's a loss, right? Like everything's
Yeah.
just like a tool to use. You've
Yeah.
gone through this experience now, and
I agree.
I can draw on that for
Yeah.
the characters that I
Yeah.
step into the boots of. So
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but it just feels like I say it every episode, so I don't
Oh,
want to say
okay.
it anymore. But
Yeah.
I mean, it calls for it because like you said something so real,
Yeah.
where in order to become an actor, you have to go through shit, you have to go through life,
Yeah.
and then tap into whatever you live through
Mm-hmm.
in your actual work. One of my really good friends, again, I know I've been quoting this guy's for every episode. I'm sorry, but it makes sense. You see, like it comes up every time.
Uh-huh.
But one of my good friends, Marius Gavrelis, he is a phenomenal actor. He's out of LA. He's crushing it. He's just doing it. And he always tells me like the key to making it in this industry is to go through life. That's what he told me.
Yep.
I did ask him this question multiple times, and he always says the same thing to me. He's like, "Man, go through shit. Go do that. Go do this. Do whatever you got to do. Go have fun, travel, blah blah blah." And then once you go through stuff, like it'll be there for you, like in your hard drive or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you can always tap into, if you're playing a college student or whatever, well, you know a thing or two because you went to uni, so you can play that. So whatever, and even like when you go through stuff, you don't have to, obviously like just go and do drugs and all that stuff. I'm just saying, like, you could. I thought what we were saying.
We're not saying do drugs. We're just saying drop out of school.
Yeah, it's just drop. Yeah,
Right?
which is
Yeah.
less bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
just drop out of school and just go elsewhere and just isolate. No, but no, I mean you can, even if it's like a drug addict that you're playing on TV. I'm sure that you have a friend or someone, or you can even watch some videos and someone knows something about that you can tap into it and just bring it. Bring something credible that you can sell to the audience.
Totally. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So you came to Vancouver because
Yeah.
you needed a change.
Yeah.
Was it like a fresh start, like new agent? What happened with the one in Toronto? Like what did you do here?
Yeah, so back in Toronto at that point when I was in university, I was doing just background acting, just kind of get a feel of like film sets and stuff.
Right.
I hadn't gotten an agent yet at that point.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And then when I came here, I wanted to get an agent right away, obviously, but going to school, they all recommended, they were like, wait until you do like graduate,
Finish your stuff, yeah.
Finish your stuff, then get your agent.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I got an agent before I graduated.
No, it's fine. That's fair. I did the same. So
Yeah.
I was too impatient.
Well, again, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the impatience thing, but also it's like, isn't
Hunger.
that the whole point?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
I remember I had, and I won't say their names, but I had some teachers like at the school
Yeah.
tell me, you can't get an agent before you graduate. And, at that point I was
can't?
much more of a rebellious person as well.
Right.
Not to say I'm not now.
Right. Like you almost want to prove them wrong.
Yeah, I was like, oh really? Okay,
We'll see
watch
about
me.
that,
Yeah. And then sure enough, like, oh God, I was so awful. I was like, no, it wasn't she ended up being
Right.
so kind and congratulated me, but I remember at the graduation I was shaking hands and spoke to her, and
Right.
I said, by the way,
Yeah.
I got an agent. I've been doing like auditions already and stuff, and
So you went back
she
to-
just was kind of like
Yeah.
at the graduation thing, and
Yeah.
she was
Yeah.
like,
You went back. You're like.
she's like,
remember that
honestly,
when you
good
told
for
me?
you, and good luck with everything. So it was all good,
Okay.
but
like a full circle moment. That was good.
yeah. But I remember that conversation being like,
Yeah.
what do you mean don't get an agent? Like,
Yeah.
that's the whole point.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Yeah. Well, I guess she made you just feel like you weren't ready to get it one. Like it's just felt like you needed.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. There's like this thing where it feels like that if you're going through a program, why would you like, like in the middle of the program, why would you go out of your way to? It's like I guess like respecting the steps and trusting the process. Like, yeah, you do this, you do that, and the last step should be to get an agent because now you have something to show. But I mean, listen, again, there's something we learned in this industry. There's no right or wrong answer. People just do it. People who don't have any training at all, they also get agents too. So who we're kidding? Like, so it doesn't matter. It's just like whatever you feel, and if your heart tells you like, let's get an agent, and that's what you should do. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Nice.
Oh, and you know what? I'll say this. Remember how I said I had something to say earlier?
Right.
I was like, we'll get to it once we catch up.
Right.
So this is it.
Let's see it.
One of my biggest lessons ever.
Yeah.
Was. And I've never told this teacher at VFS, and
Oh,
I hope
sure.
I get the opportunity to tell her one day and
Some
thank
top secret,
her.
shit, yeah. Top secret stuff that we're saying.
Hmm.
Can't get
But
much.
I remember the first week I got to VFS, and as I was saying, I was rebellious.
Yep.
I was going through a transformation of, figuring out, the wrestling of religion and
identity and
the
all
the
that.
spiritual heartbreak of that, and like the figuring out my queerness and not being okay with it, but wanting it, and the wrestle with it. It's such a push and pull and everything. Like it's
Yeah.
such a
Yeah.
it's a real thing. It's like,
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's
with identity and expression, the world telling you can't do that, you can't be this thing. But anyway, all that to be said, I remember like class, and we all sat down getting to know each other, and we're saying our names, whatever, a little bit about ourselves. And I guess I was commenting on like something, and I had a strong opinion about it. I can't even remember what it was. That's how like
right.
insignificant it is. But what happened after that was
Yeah.
the teacher, she looked at me, she said, I have a feeling you're a very judgmental person.
What?
And yeah.
She said
And then
that?
she said that.
Whoa, bro.
Bold. I know. And at the
Damn,
time I'm
okay.
like, excuse me?
Yeah, literally.
Like what? And because I was going through all the things I was going through, and she obviously didn't know, but I'm sure she's
you're
seen worse.
entitled of your own opinion, man. Like, you can say whatever the fuck you want as long as
Yeah.
you're respectful about it. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got so offended. I remember I bit back at her. I like gave her a bit of attitude. I'm like, I'm not a judgmental person. You don't know me. And then, and then I remember
Teacher
like,
said that?
yeah, but
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
actually really grateful. The sun is just, I'm glowing now. I feel like the sun is just right on my face.
The sun is agreeing with you, if anything. It's like,
Yeah.
let me
It's
let me let it shine a little bit. Like,
God's coming back for me. I remember leaving from there on break, and I went to that school with one of my really good friends. Her and I went through the program together. And I remember she knew me. She saw how mad I was, and I went out and I was like, fuck this. And I was like, I was so angry. I was so mad.
gosh,
But you know what? It was more than just that. It was everything else I was going through, right?
you were
And it was
carrying everything else that was with that. So it was the accumulation of all these.
100%.
Yeah,
And so,
Mhm.
and I was like, I almost was like, I'm dropping out. I'm not doing this shit. Like, this is such bullshit. Like, how does she disrespect me like that?
Literally.
And
Did you?
that was the greatest lesson I ever learned through all of my acting training.
So you dropped
Was
out?
well, no, sorry, no.
Was that your best lesson?
No,
We're going back to the dropout stuff?
I was judgmental. I was.
Oh,
And that was the biggest
I
thing
see,
that
okay.
held me back through
So she was
my
right.
schooling. She was right.
Okay.
She was 100% right.
Right. Okay.
And I was not in a space or ready at all to receive that, accept that.
I mean, it's okay. Like, I don't think any person. I mean, it's not like a nice thing to hear. Like, if someone
Yeah.
says this to you, I don't think anybody would say like, "Yeah, you're right."
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's just like
Yeah.
the instinct is to defend yourself,
Right.
To deflect, to get defensive.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, I don't blame you. Like, any normal person would have done the same. So it's fine. It's okay.
Fair enough. I appreciate that.
But so you said like you realized that she was right. Like, what made
Yeah.
you realize that?
Oh, well down the road. I did not realize that right away. In fact, like her and I butted heads a lot when I went through that schooling, especially because I was like, back to the modeling thing. I was signed with a modeling agent. I was like going to castings, and I would step out of class and then show up late and all these things. I remember it was like a whole ordeal, and they were like, trying to explain like, you got to respect the time and the teachers and your fellow classmates. I'm like, yes, but at the end of the day, I also paid for this school. So if I want to pay for it and not show up, that's still on me, I guess.
Yeah.
So, it was just, anyway, it was a lot of, but like that teacher specifically, I butted heads with, and, I really wish knowing being where I am now that I, maybe went through it differently, but also
Received
like
the
I was authentically myself, and that is the most important thing.
It's okay.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing. No, I mean, like, your reaction is valid.
Yeah.
And the fact that you realized that maybe she was right and she was just trying to, I guess, just point out some things
Mhm.
about you that you
Yeah.
may not have known. I guess maybe maybe it is fair to say that she was trying to help in some
Oh
way.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, listen, I guess, I mean, I wasn't there, so I can't
Yeah.
know if this was coming out of like, go hard, or it was like, malicious intent or something. But no, I get it, man. And good for
She
you
saw
for,
through me.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
good for you for realizing that further down the road, and just
Yeah.
noticing that, like, hey, maybe I am that, and at the end of the day, maybe like I should work on this.
Well, and I think it totally just came from my, religious upbringing. I think
Mhm.
religion has a way of
Yeah.
with the, putting things in black and white boxes, like,
Yeah.
and then having perceptions on something that isn't like itself, and
Mhm.
not necessarily looking at it with equal
Yeah,
or
I
greater
mean,
value. Like, obviously, it comes with this sense of judgment, right?
yeah,
I definitely think it came from that,
yeah.
and maybe
And do you
some
think this
personal.
was holding you back in your acting career? You think?
Yeah. Oh, like it did for like a while until I realized down the road. I think it is the greatest lesson. I
Yeah.
think that like the best actors do
Mhm.
not judge their characters
Yep.
or
Agree.
what they're, because that's making it about them, and it's not about them,
It's
right?
not-
Like
it's never about you.
it's never about you.
It's never about you.
When you're, especially when you're doing this, like the you owe it to the story,
Mm-hmm.
to that character,
Mm-hmm.
to something much larger than you. Not to say that you're not important, but like it's an honor to handle material
Mm-hmm.
like that and be given that responsibility.
I agree.
And it is that like I said, it's a responsibility to
Mm-hmm.
to hold it carefully and to just treat it so
Yeah.
with integrity, seriously, like
Yep.
I
I mean, it is
Yeah.
like, well said, well said. Like, it's just like when you get the opportunity to play a character, even just for an audition, even if you don't get it, just like the fact that you get an audition and you get the opportunity to give your version of what you think this character is,
mhm.
based on, the script and the breakdown and the information that they give you, and you come up with some, some version that you want to give them. I mean, yeah, it is a blessing to, get to play that, and, get the opportunity to honor the writing, and what the writer has. I mean, again, like, because these writers, they don't just like write out of thin air. Like, it comes from somewhere,
Yeah.
usually from deep
Yeah.
experiences that they've had,
Mhm.
from stuff that they've seen, whatever, anything, right? So being able to see through that in the script and respecting that without judging what it is, because it's very easy to judge. I mean,
Yeah.
look at the world that we live in, right?
Yeah,
People sometimes will always criticize you for the one thing you did wrong,
totally.
but never congratulate you for all the things that you did right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You do one thing wrong, you're like, oh, you're a bad person. But what about
Yeah.
all the other things I did right? Does that make me
Yeah,
bad?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The polarization.
It's funny how that works,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So, yeah. So it's just like, the point is, it's just very easy to judge a character because,
And you'll never fully get rid of that
Yeah.
either. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's like, part of evolution, part of science, like
Yeah.
whatever, like it's part of survival, right?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
built in us, like to make judgments, to make assumptions, right? But it's to
Mm-hmm.
with our higher intentions, like, with taking respect, like everything that's happening, and to really consider things before just jumping in
Yeah.
with a response or reaction to something.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, like I think that was the greatest lesson of all that I've like. I mean, so far, like
Yeah, yeah.
just because I think I came with a lot of judgment, and I think like I don't think I could have played a lot of the
Yeah.
roles that I've had the opportunity to play in my career so far
Mhm.
if I was still in that headspace I was like
I agree.
back in.
Again,
I
this
don't
is
know what year
like,
that was.
it's something very, it's like a fact. If you're stepping into acting, you have to. I mean, not just into acting. If you're stepping into anything, honestly, guys, you have to put your ego aside. You must drop your ego. You can't let that, get to your head, and let you, if let that affect what you actually think about something. It's never about you. It's always about the other person. You're trying to honor the writing. You're trying to make the other person look good. Hopefully, right? Usually, the other person's trying to make you look good. So that's how you actually make it about both people. They're making it about you, you're making it about them, and everybody's winning, everyone's happy. But again, this is the field more than anything where you have to put your ego aside.
Totally.
Okay? Because I know a lot of people have big egos sometimes, and even me sometimes I'm like catching myself like having an ego like towards certain thing. But you know, it's part of like, you know, being an adult and being mature and realizing like, okay, this is the moment where I have to put my ego aside, even though it sucks and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't do you good. It's not gonna get you anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, it'll make you look unprofessional.
Yeah.
It'll make you look so selfish, self-centered. You're gonna look bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
no, good for you, man, for realizing this. That's a great lesson for all of us, actually, not just for you.
Yeah.
Great, man, great. So, let's talk about acting a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I guess like now when you get an audition, right? Like, what do you do? Like, I mean, like, what's like, where do you go? Do you have like some sort of like a Kaidan ritual cheat sheet or some shit? Like what do you do from the moment you actually receive the audition to the moment you submit it to casting?
God, I feel like there is no one answer to this.
Every
It changes
audition
every
is different.
time.
Yes.
Truly, it changes every time.
Yeah.
I feel like I could be cheeky and say I print it first, but
Yeah.
like, I mean, I think, okay, so first when I get a breakdown, an audition, I'll read through the whole email. Then I will usually I'll see the due date so I can kind of figure out most of it's like self-tape logistically. I'm like, okay, what day do I want to tape this? Then I'll look at like kind of the length of it and just do like a little skim over to get an idea of like what's happening.
Right.
Just like really, really quick, what is this all about? What's what is the production company? Where is it airing, if it's airing a TV show? See the directors, producers listed if I know any of them. I also will look at the who the casting director is, because getting to know your casting director is important and like what they like.
Yeah.
You could literally have one casting director who's like, don't ever use props.
Right.
And then another one that's just like, I think props would really help create the environment.
So knowing the preferences of each casting director and their likings, it's just,
it's ridiculous, but that's life, right?
I agree.
We're all catering to each other.
Yeah.
And I think it's also just, it's okay to have, standards or whatever, like how you kind of operate especially, I mean, that's their space, right? They're welcoming you into their space.
Yeah. And again,
giving you an opportunity.
And it goes back to not making it about you, about the other person. And, making them look good. So hopefully they see that and then you're like, oh, this guy actually followed the instructions.
Yeah.
And remembered what I said.
Yeah. And pays attention.
No,
pay attention.
90% of people don't do that, but he did.
Yeah.
Let's send him to production. Let's see what happens. Like,
Yeah. Like just, to the best of your ability. And I know it's difficult now, or different at least. Like we're not getting in the room, seeing face to face these casting directors, and maybe you'll get an opportunity with like a Zoom callback, or maybe the callback is in person and you get to see them again. And it's different now with post COVID with like, everything's self tape. Yeah. So you may not always get to see these people, but do your best to like differentiate between the casting directors, know what they like, what they don't like. Kind of what to expect with, whatever. Another key thing just specifically for auditions is I look for, and self-tapes, I look for what genre it is. Because that is going to give you a huge idea of like pacing, which just a heads up right now, they care a lot about. They do. Especially like procedural dramas, like that shit's tight, you know what I mean? Like you got to really be on it. So like understanding pacing, understanding where you're allowed beats and to have more creative freedom, and not to make it technical, because I think if you make it too technical, you've lost it all. Truly. Like you got to remember that if you're not having fun and you're not being authentic in your acting, nothing else matters attached to that, right? But when you come to the finessing and like the really like smoothing out like all the details of like taping and auditioning. Like, it's important to know those details, I think. But yeah, and then once I kind of get an idea of like all that info, then I start running through the audition, just like reading through it over and over. I will do kind of my work through the text, my text work, breakdown analysis, objective, super objective, all the work.
I love that, man. You know, a lot of people skip through this stuff. It's good. It's good that you don't. Like, I mean, again, it's really easy to skip through that because it just like, it seems like, like I already know that. I know my objective. I know, right off the top of my head or something. But then it's also like, it's different when you actually write it down and you put it on paper. There's something about putting something on paper that actually make it a bit more, what's the word? A bit more playable, I guess.
Totally, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just because it's you wrote it.
Just the act of writing alone
exactly.
can,
Yeah.
And you know what? That's not to say, like, I mean, there's ideals, like there's ideals here, and then there's like reality, right? I'm not gonna lie to you, like I don't do that with every audition.
I agree, yeah.
And often it's just because, like, I mean, think of all the things we balance in life. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, you're an actor. It's just like, I am much more than just an actor. I wish, I mean, yes, I'm an actor, but I'm also like, a young entrepreneur. I have another job that I have other responsibilities and think like you're balancing your whole life, right? Like,
I think it's just like one thing that you do, but there's other things going on. People still seem to forget that, like, hey, I have other things going on. This is not just this. Some people just are just full on actors, and if they are, then great. It means like they're killing it. But very often, very early in your career, you're probably not just an actor. There's also something else that you must be doing, or else I don't know. But nice.
And God, oh my God, my thought. Hold on. It's coming to me. So what I was gonna say off of that was just like there's times where you're getting just so many auditions, boom, 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 back to back to back, in a week, or like day after day, or some multiple in a day, and you're like, I can't possibly give each of these all my full attention.
Agree.
Ideally, I wish I could. I wish,
but here.
it's just like sometimes you're just like, you know what? But there's so many aspects to acting, like the text work, but then also impulse work. You know what I mean? Like there's where, maybe I lacked on some of the text analysis. Just as you go along as an actor and you develop your skills, like you really learn to create this like really good just instinct and impulse in yourself.
Right.
And I feel like it's probably been mentioned on here, but if anyone hasn't mentioned it, as an actor, improv. If you don't do improv, do improv.
Check out Jill Morrison's improv, guys. I promise you it's life-changing. I was actually thinking about doing it this weekend. She's like running a workshop, but I don't think I can make it this weekend.
I would argue, I think improv is probably one of the key or top skills as an actor to learn. You know what I mean? But
it makes you come up with like strong choices in the moment. It makes you like, come up with like funny, comedic, sort of good timing. So many good things. Also helps you like just be in the moment. Sometimes if you're someone who's always in their head and they can't get out of that, which is a huge holdback. That's something you need to be able to let go of at some point.
It stimulates your creativity.
Yeah.
Right. I think sometimes if all you're doing is rehearsing the same lines over and over again, or you're just kind of like regurgitating just like info that's just handed to you, get it out, whatever.
Yeah.
Copy and paste.
Yeah.
It gets you back in that space. You're like, I have to invent what happens next now.
Yeah.
And that is the artist's thing, is to live authentically in the moment and allow you the impulses of the character you're playing to determine your next move. And impulse isn't even determined. Determine is a word meaning you kind of thought it through. You don't think it through.
Right.
You just are so in the body of the character that you just do the thing, that you feel is the impulse of that role that you're.
I agree.
But
that's amazing. So I did have your personal tax income over here. This is your IMDb. Just kidding.
Oh my God. Okay. You printed it. Okay. I love this. Great.
That would have.
Yeah.
I just wanted to check if you actually did your math correctly on your tax years. No, but okay. So I mean, I love looking at IMDb. So it's just like a great place to, have your eyes on sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've been on some pretty good stuff, man. Like Wild Cards. We're both on that as well. I was on Wild Cards last year.
Yeah.
No, sorry. I think it aired this year. Wait, you were on season 2, episode 8.
Yes.
I think I was on season 2, episode 6.
Okay. Yeah.
And like one of those early episodes.
Like last
Yeah.
winter, fall, winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the one that I'm interested in are
Okay.
the most fun ones are always the first ones. The one that really kicks off your career a little bit. So let's go back to is it Cheer Squad Secrets?
Oh,
You played
yes.
Ethan Walker on that.
I did. I played Ethan
Is that a
Walker.
Hallmark? It's a TV movie.
It's a Lifetime.
It's a Lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you say this is your first professional credit?
It was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Walk us through that. Walk us through the audition process.
Oh,
How did it go? You going to
my
set?
God. Okay, it's so funny because the audition process at that point in time, I think it was 2019 or 2018.
2020. So that's 2020. Maybe they aired it 2020.
Yeah. They aired it like I think a year later. But anyway, so I remember it was in person. I went in and I remember being like so eager, excited, nervous, all the feelings.
Yeah.
I want
And that was here or in
it was here in Vancouver. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sick.
And it was actually also a director, like the director was in the room for this
Yeah.
audition, which is cool.
That's,
Sometimes they'll do that.
They're not always there. Yeah.
And so that always puts on more pressure, but we went in, everything was good, and I had some props, and I remember like walking up, and it wasn't my first audition at that point, obviously, but it was just like, it was my first year getting really into it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you're just like understanding all the protocols and again, what different, casting directors like and don't like. And so I walked up and I said,
Who was casting for this?
and Forey.
And for you.
Yeah,
Nice,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I remember just having props and, and I said, and they're like, okay, we're going to start with your slate. And I said, okay, great. I'm holding my props. And I'm like,
So what is the fucking problem? Where'd you hold?
oh God, I can't even remember. I'm mimicking.
It's like you're bringing up the
with my
spell. I'm like,
arms.
what the
I know.
fuck is the problem?
Well, I don't remember.
Like, were you like fucking holding a machete or some shit?
No, definitely not. I mean,
Well,
maybe
not
it's in the
machete,
name.
but
Kill.
like a machete or something.
Yeah.
Even then, I'll be the only thing tolerable.
Wait, what?
Whatever,
God,
you
I
were
can't
holding
remember. A
something-
book. It was like I was playing like a high school student, so
Right, like a book or something.
a
Anyways.
book maybe. I mean, where it's I don't know, football.
Right. Yeah, that could be that. Yeah.
Anyway, I had some
Yeah.
props,
Right.
and I remember like holding them, and we're gonna do the slate, and I said, well, can I put the props down quickly and then do the slate? She goes, yeah. Like, what else were you gonna fucking do? Like, duh. I was like,
Hold it. Hi, my name is Kaidan Connors, and this is my.
yeah, literally. I'm like holding his props, like, hey.
Oh my gosh.
No, it was I was so embarrassed right after that. I was like, oh my God, that was such a dumb thing.
I fucked it
So
up.
I'm like, I went over, dropped them, came back, did my slate, and it just threw me off. It was like it just throws you off. I was doing my best to get back into it. Anyway, did the audition, and I was like, oh, I just like that was awful. I just bombed it.
I
It's
blew it.
done.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
It's over. Yeah.
it's over.
Yeah.
I remember I like called my friend at the time right as I left, and I was like, that was so bad. Like, what am I doing? And then I booked it. Like,
booked it?
yeah,
They
rated.
booked it?
Yeah, they were like, oh, they want to book you for. They gave me the offer, and I was like, what the heck? So like,
Wow.
that's when I learned.
That's crazy.
You never know. You can feel like, oh, this is the worst audition I've ever done, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden, boom, you could book it. Like,
Yeah.
there's really no right answer to this
Right.
industry, guys. It's
Yeah.
just random.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. So
like
then
that.
I did it, and I met one of my now like really good friends on there. She played my girlfriend, Anissa Harris. Don't know if you know her. Anyway,
I know Anissa Harris.
you do.
We went to that.
Oh my God,
We went to Vada together.
you guys went to Vada together.
Yes,
That's right.
Anissa Harris. Yes.
Yeah.
I know her.
Yeah, she played my girlfriend in the movie.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
and now we're like besties. Yeah,
No fucking way.
she's awesome.
Yeah. No, she's
like-
great. My goodness, that's actually
Yeah, it was really fun.
I can't believe this. Yeah.
Yeah, so we did it. We did the movie, but the
Yeah.
craziest thing was the first scene.
Right.
Okay, so spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie yet,
Yeah.
but I think it's fine. I can say, right? It's released.
Mm-hmm.
My character ODs on steroids and has a heart attack.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because he's like an athlete, and I guess he's
My
trying to-
goodness.
yeah.
How'd you do that
Uh,
in the audition room? Were you on
Well,
something?
what? Oh, that scene wasn't in it.
Okay.
But
That's what it sounds
like,
like, bro.
right when I got the script, I was like, oh, I die. Okay.
interesting.
That's always a fun one too,
Yeah.
because, you know, especially when they shoot it right off the bat, day one.
Right. And then sometimes when they reverse the orders, like we start with your death, and then
Yeah.
we go like sometimes they do that, right? Like depending on the scheduling, they'll start from the end and then they go back to the beginning. So you'll start dying,
Yep.
right? And then they go back to introducing your character in the first scene or something,
Yeah.
which is funny. 'Cause
And I think they actually really did do it backwards. Like,
did
I
it
think we
backwards?
started with my death
Damn.
and then all the scenes in the middle, and then,
it's challenging because well, first of all, it's your first day, it's your first booking. So you're
Yeah.
still trying to, I guess, like figure it out a little bit. Like, you're
Yeah.
navigating through this.
Yeah.
But also, not only that, you have to do the death scene,
mm-hmm.
which is supposed to be like the that culminating moment of your arc, your character.
Yeah.
Because you got to go back and show like some sort of arc, right? Like, so if your death scene
Yeah.
is the this is the moment where everything leads to this, and the guy dies at the end. So you gotta bring in that energy where we see that this guy's he's gone through shit and that he died.
Yeah.
And then you got to go back and get rid of all that and then just pretend like this guy's like, oh, he hasn't gone through anything now because this is the first scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to keep that in mind too with,
Yeah.
with your work and stuff.
Nice.
It keeps it interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure. For sure.
But yeah, we started at 7 a.m. I was
Sick.
7 a.m. picture up, right?
Yeah.
7 a.m. picture up. I'm in the parking lot of a school. I
Mhm.
think it was like out in Langley, and
This is what it is. Yeah.
we did that scene. They're like, yeah, you gotta like just like veins popping, face turning beet red, screaming. I'm throwing a tantrum, and because like whatever, like
Right.
heart rate, boom, 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 and I
Yeah.
die. I have a heart attack and I
I love it.
die. It's crazy.
Damn.
7 a.m. in the morning
Yeah.
definitely woke me up.
Did you have to die at 7 a.m. in the morning, like near 7 a.m.?
Yeah, like the literally the first shot of the day.
My goodness.
I was
Probably
like,
not
thanks for that.
Yes. Probably not a good time to die at 7 a.m. I'm still sleepy, but
Yeah, there's better times for sure.
I love that. I love that. Okay. And then we went on to Foragers.
Foragers.
Foragers. Okay, my bad. Foragers. Yeah. What is that?
So the friend of mine that I went through Vancouver Film School with,
Right.
her and I created that.
Oh, you guys did this.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah. We created the whole storyline. At that point, we had been working on this concept for 7 years. It's like a sci-fi kind of in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like all about a ragtag team of people working together to accomplish like a common goal, and it's just like surviving in this post-apocalyptic world kind of
love
thing.
that.
It's really fun. So we kind of just developed it. We wrote the script. We partnered with a studio here to shoot it locally.
Nice.
We shot it up in Hope, and then also the other half, like there was
Oh.
like a flashback part, and then a part in the future. The part in the future we shot
Nice.
up in Hope, like at the Hope slide, which is really dope. Like
Sick.
outside, it looks otherworldly there.
Yeah.
And then the
Did you-
flashback was all in like a really nice house up in West Vancouver.
And you guys, this was like it says like it was like a TV series, so you guys had multiple episodes, or was it more of a-
Written and
written.
kind of story Bible, all that.
Right.
But yeah, we're still working on kind of getting up on its feet and getting it
more?
developed more. But we
Sick.
just did like a 20-minute proof of concept, if you will, kind of
Yeah.
like pilot vibe.
Right.
Yeah.
Sick,
and
dude.
It went well. Like
Yeah.
people loved it, and
Yes.
it
Way
was-
to go, man. Like doing your own projects, writing your own shit is
It's
always good.
well, and it's like a really special experience.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
because I played one of the leads, and it was a character that I developed with my friends. So
Right.
it's like cool to like step
Yeah.
into the shoes of a character that like I've been
you kinda
thinking
did.
through and writing out.
Yeah,
It's
that's
really
amazing.
cool. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, so I guess like we're at the stage where, you know, I guess we gotta ask this at this point. Where's Kaidan heading right now? Like, where are we going? I mean, I know you're going to Toronto tomorrow. That's not what I mean, but like, I guess like career wise, like, where is the end goal? Like, where is this all going? Like, what's the end goal here? Or I guess like maybe like what's the dream or like you know what I mean?
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Truly, it's I think it's expanded to be like a filmmaker, a storyteller.
Okay. Yeah.
I just directed my first short film earlier this year that we shot here.
Way to go, dude.
Thank you.
Way to go. Way to go. We love hearing these stories. Amazing.
Yeah,
Congrats,
it was written and directed by me. So it was beautiful. It was a really special thing. So yeah, I'm getting into like writing, directing.
Nice.
Never stop acting.
Yeah.
Just kind of all of it. Just multifaceted, all like the elements. Like I said, like I just love the whole formula of filmmaking and like all the different parts. It's like really, really cool. So for me, I think just like continue to build my you know, my acting career.
Right.
And out of that, I want to get more things that I've written
Nice.
made into something. And I'd love to also have more directing opportunities and just
Love it.
yeah.
So if you don't end up in Hollywood and, you know, with all these guys, like this is okay, or you don't really care about that. Like you're mainly there for you know, for Kaidan, and you know, I want to make my own thing. But you know, if I don't make it in Hollywood and you know, play with all these big guys, are you okay with that? Like, I know that some people do want to go there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like the biggest dream, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you know, honestly, I'm open to anything. I think that the original Hollywood isn't what it is anymore. Like I think things have like, really changed.
It's not as bright and sunny as people like me paint it to be. It's just like it is like show business at the end of the day. And in the word show business, there's the word business. Yeah. Right. Last I checked, there's the word business. And so at the end of the day, it is all about money. As you know, as much as it is like entertaining to watch, it is a money-driven business, and you know what I mean. So, money.
But it's more so. I think off of that, I'm also meant just like internationally, like cinema is expanding out from just being.
I agree.
Like dominated by the U.S. front, just like it's fully like gone to
true.
Europe and everywhere in the world,
look at,
really, like major
you know,
places.
Spanish shows like Casa de Papel, and
huge,
awesome. And even I don't know if you watched that, you should watch it. Like it's absolutely phenomenal, guys. If you haven't watched this, there's this show. It's a French show called in French called Lupin. I guess in English would be like Lupin or whatever. Yeah. It's phenomenal. It's so good. It's so good. It's like a French. It's based in France, but it's absolutely phenomenal. It's on Netflix. It's so well rated. I mean, like for a non-American production to have something so good and such a good story and so heartfelt, and man, like you guys gotta watch this. I'm telling you, man. Lupin, really, really good. It's on Netflix. So addictive.
Yeah, French film.
French, and also like you know you can put it on you know obviously like it's in French, but they also have it's been dubbed in many languages, you know, like English, whatever. I don't usually like to put like a dub on on something that it's not the original language. I usually like to just subtitle it. It's usually easier. But all that being said, you know there are some amazing voice actors who did a pretty good job at dubbing the French show. But so as you said, there's a lot of other European and other productions, not just American, where you know there no longer has the monopoly on on all that.
Totally.
Is,
yeah. So for me, I'm like, you know what? If it happens, great.
It happens. Yeah.
But I'm also just I have a soft spot for indie filmmaking. Yeah. I love seeing like the small heroes win. You know, I love seeing like that sounded so cheesy, but you know what I mean? Like there's just so much talent everywhere. Much that just kind of doesn't get in front of people the way that it should.
I agree.
And I think indie film is also just so about art. right, with the lack of the business side. Sometimes on like the business side of things, you know, you have networks with certain standards and things that you are allowed to say and aren't allowed to say, and this is a lot appropriate and this is inappropriate, and this and like there's a lot to the catch, and like the whole approval system too. Like as an actor, you don't just like you could be like, oh, casting directors love you, great, now the director has to pick you, the director picks you, you know, puts you in front of the producers go, yeah, sure, and the producers go to executives and like people whose you know, pockets and money are involved, and then all of a sudden, and then the whole network, it's like there's a whole thing to it,
literally.
and you have to get network, you know, approval before you even get there. You're like sitting here waiting, you're like, so did I book it, or like what's going on?
Oh my god.
But you know, so that side of things,
you
know, it can get complicated when it's like you said, the business side. So yeah, the nice thing with indie is it's just people are really there for like what's being told, the story.
And did you notice how the sun lit back on your face as soon as you started talking about indie?
I know.
Put you back on the spotlight.
Wow, it's a sign for
even the sun agrees, guys, right? So
yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay, before we wrap this up, is there anything that you're working on right now? It doesn't have to be acting related. It could be Kaidan related. Anything that you want to share with us as far as like projects, or I know you're going back to Toronto tomorrow. Is there anything you're going back to Toronto for? Like, are there any projects or anything that you want to share with us? Put it there, and you know, give us some something to look forward
to. I mean, I am entering post for the short film that I'm doing.
Oh, right on. Nice.
Yeah. Sick. And really excited about that.
Yeah. Keep us posted, man. Like, we would love 100%. To just, you know, make sure to make a post about it on Instagram, or else I'll just forget about it. But if you do that,
you'll see it.
I'll see it. Yeah.
And otherwise, I think I'll just be auditioning more, and kind of already have my mind set on some follow-up projects, new projects of mine that I'm developing. I have like a handful of scripts I've done. I'm just trying to figure out the next step, whether to kind of develop out more short films, or like I have this feature that oh man, like I feel like my whole heart is in it. Just inspired by my like life journey. Like there's just so much identity, my own identity, like written right into it. So it's beautiful, and I'd love to, you know, get that out there, but everything's a process. It takes time, and you just gotta wait for the right timing, I guess. I hate when people say that, but I guess
it is a timing thing. I agree. No, I mean, as much as we hate it, it is a timing thing at the end of the day. Love that, man. So the great, well lit Kaidan Connors, everybody. Dude, thank you so much for coming on, and so that's it for today, guys. We'll catch you guys in the next episode, and thank you so much for watching.
Thanks.